I'm going to use today for our Father's Day cards / Father's Day birthday, however you choose to do them, is in here. It is continuing over into the new catalog, but right now you can save 10% on the bundle if you buy it in here. Now, that being said, the suite is called the Well Suited Suite. It is on page 66 and 67 in this catalog. And I know I'll show it to you when I flip you guys around. But with this bundle, you can save the 10% right now if you buy it in this catalog. So you have until June 30th to purchase in here for the 10% off. But the one thing I want you guys to know is the paper, the DSP that comes with, or that comes, kind of matches this set, is one of those ones that I think you should have in your collection if you make any kind of man birthday cards, Father's Day cards, anything like that. Because in the new catalog, we don't really have too much in the way of manly looking paper. The one that did carry over was the In Good Taste, and that's the one that has like the textiles and the wood grain and that kind of stuff. It's one of the few that flipped over it's the one and only that flipped over from the last catalog. That could be kind of a manly look to it. So I advise you, it's not discounted, but if you were to join my team, you will get a 20% discount when you go to purchase this, because you will now be a happy shopper, or discount shopper they call you. I would say put a couple of these on your next purchase, just because you're going to want to grab this, because you can use it for years to come. I actually put 3 packages of this on my upcoming order, because I know it's something that I will use forever. And it's actually designed off of one of our Stampin' Up, I don't know if it was who he is to the company, but they actually went to his closet and they looked at his shirts, and that's how they designed this paper, was off of his attire in his closet. So I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, really cool paper. I'll actually show it to you once I get you guys flipped around here. So without further ado, let's do that. Get you guys flipped. All right, close your eyes so you don't get sick. I've decided I am buying a new camera / phone holder as soon as possible, because this one, not to say that it doesn't work, but I want to try a couple of other things. There's also an app that you can get for all your devices that's called the Switcher app, and that would help me as far as not having to flip the camera around, because I could leave the camera in this position the whole time, so I'm not having to move it and make you guys sick. And then you guys would see me like face to face through my iPad that sits up on my desk. And then when I just hit a button, then it would bring you guys down here. So there would be no more touching of cameras, no more having to close your eyes and get sick and all that kind of stuff. All right. This is the May host code. You have another, a couple of hours for this to go through. So when you're done watching this, if you want to go over and order some of that paper, I would love it if you use this host code if your purchase is under $150. If not, disregard this, because Stampin' Up! Is going to give you some perks of your own. You're going to save your 20% or your 15% on your own. So that will give you, or actually it's 10%. Jeez Louise, get it together, girl. So that will give you a $15, you get to pick what you want for $15 once you hit your $150 product purchase. If I could pull it together and figure out, trying to think of too many things. All right. So our first, winner, chicken dinner. All right. So for this card here. We did that triple layer, and then we did an arrow fold card last week on Funday Monday number 41. Miss Crystal McCarthy is our winner. So she liked our video. I think she's a newbie actually. So Miss Crystal, if you are watching this again for this week, either that or I will reach out to you. Pick one of these cards and let me know which one you want. You have happy birthday, you old goat. And then it says you're the goat, G-O-A-T, greatest of all time. So I put all the dimensions and directions and everything up on the blog over at stampinthepinkbarn.blogspot.com. I put that up, I think it was Tuesday after our Monday video. I normally get our videos. So just know that the cards that we're making today will not be up on the blog until probably tomorrow afternoon, because it takes me a little bit to get everything up and going. You know, the thing that takes me the longest is getting the YouTube to download the videos to attach to our to my blog. That seems to be the longest thing. All right, so our first card, let me get this light over here. Which one are you replacing your camera holder with? It's actually on Amazon, and I think it's called the Acon or Archon or something like that. And it actually, it's kind of pricey, but you know, I figure I do this, you know, once a week, and maybe possibly I'm thinking about adding an extra day in there in the week, because I just don't get to show you guys enough product in just one time. Like when I'm focusing just on one stamp set or, you know, that kind of stuff. While I'm talking, I'm going to put my soda in my cup because my cup is empty. So when, you know, I'm only showing you guys one product, so I'm not like taking your guys' whole evening, I've decided that I'm going to probably add another day of the week in there. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it and how it's going to work, but nonetheless, I'm thinking of possibly doing that, just so I can get all the sets shown out of the catalog and show you guys how to use everything, because I know I can't get to everything. All right, there we go. What was I just doing? Okay, so the new stand, it'll actually, I think it clips like on the front of my desk, which I'm hoping, because then it'll come over like this way and then look down. But it clips in all these different, there's like 3 different clips on it. So you can really angle things just the way you need them. Unlike this, I'm very limited. It has to be over here because it doesn't hook to the back of my desk, because the way that my desk is designed. It only has like an arm thing with a springy thing on it. So if I hit it or anything, you really hear that noise of the spring through my phone, which is awful, and I hate doing that to you guys. Okay, so the designer series paper is the well suited. Okay, it has, like I was saying, some really cool manly colors in it. It's got the Pacific Point, the basic gray. Look at this one right here. It really looks like a suit and tie kind of look to it, as I'm spitting everywhere. This is the one that we're going to be using one of the this today. And look at the back side of that. It's really cool because this set has a lot of ties and little bows and stuff. So we'll be working with these today so I can go a little bit more in depth. And over here I have some stamps already attached to my blocks because we're going to be using them. But it cuts the lapel out for you, and the V-neck part, you can cut your own ties out. So look at that on that paper. It totally looks like a tie, a men's tie. So this paper is awesome. This stamp and die set is amazing. Here's another one that looks very much like a man's suit. And the back side of that, look at that. It looks like one of those, not flannel shirts, but the, oh, what are they called? They're a cotton material, like a men's dress shirt. Just, I love this paper. It is totally manly as far as I'm concerned. Look at that navy blue. And then look at those paisleys. Oh, I love it. Now, see, that one I might use on a woman's card too, just if I add some bling to it, but I don't bling up my men's cards because I don't think men want to see bling. And then here's another piece of this one with these gray. Those are the basic gray and some, I think it's smoky slate, and then some white. And then look at that. That can also be for a woman's card as well. But you can use floral prints on a man's, you know, card. It's not forbidden. And especially with those colors, oh yeah. And I think that was, oh, and then there's this one. I haven't used it, so that's why it didn't get cut down. There's this one with these just thin little pinstripe boxes, and then that one with the red and the blue. And no, I didn't make any of my samplers with these because samplers are something I just did with the new catalog. All right, so let's get into this first card. So this is thick basic white cardstock, and it is 11 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This piece is 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it is 5 3/8 by, what was it? It was 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so that's gonna go there. And then we're gonna grab, wait till you see what we're gonna do here. Super, super cute. I'm going to take this piece right here, if I can get it off. See this long thing and see how it's stitched? I'm going to run that through the die machine, and I'm going to cut 2 of those. And then for time's sakes, I've already cut 2 of those. So look at that. There are those 2 long strips. Man, my throat, I swear, it has been so dry here. This year has been the worst for my throat. All right, then I'm going to take this little piece right here, the little collar, the collar piece, and I'm going to run it through a piece of this, and I'm going to come out with this right here. So that just cuts right out of that. Okay. So that's that. Be very careful with these because they are very delicate because they're only connected by this little bit right here. So that's going to go on the front of our shirt. Then I needed, so since we're going to run those kind of like they are suspenders, I guess we don't need the card base at the moment. We're going to work on our card only. Okay, that's going to run there. I've also taken this piece right here. This actually is when you cut your pocket, it is the top part of your pocket. Like if you wanted to add an extra layer on there for the look. But I need it, and I'm going to cut 1 in silver. Okay. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a minute. Then I took both of these little brackets here, and those are like the little suspender clips that hold your suspenders to your pants, or to his pants. Normally women don't wear suspenders, but, and then there's 1 of those, and there's 2 of those. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move that out of the way. I'm going to line these up. They are longer than my paper, which is fine because I'm just going to cut that. But I'm going to, using this paper here, I'm going to line this up just so I kind of can see where I'm at. And then make sure when I add this, okay, that'll work. All right, so now I need my glue. So I just kind of hold my finger where I know there's like a little bit of a thumb gap in between the bottom of that, so I don't get glue all over my desk. And then I just attach this right on there. And the nice thing is since this paper has these lines, again, good little, you know, liner uppers. So now I have kind of a basis to know where I'm putting that strip. Okay, then I'm going to do this one. Again, hold my thumb there so I know that I don't get glue all over my desk. And then I'm going to put that right here. And I'm just eyeballing the distance in between. I'm not being crazy. Because does any man really have their suspenders like perfectly symmetrical with each other? I doubt it. Because men don't think like that. Well, some do, but most don't. Okay, then I'm going to put this little piece. This is like the little bracket part. That's going to go right on. Come on, thing. That's going to go up there, and then these are going to go down here. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it in half so I can use the other piece over here. This, I need to grab some dimensionals. Oh, there's my dimensionals right there. Jeez Louise. Thought I had lost my dimensionals. Okay, let's grab and put the dimensionals on this. Okay, now if you're really good at this and you could make these lines all match, well then kudos to you, but it ain't happening here because I'm not that good. Ew, but there is a hair on there. All right, so this piece we're gonna put right up here. Okay, just like that. All right, move those out of the way. Now I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to cut just kind of below this little blue shirt piece here, because those are bumped up on dimensionals. I know I'm okay that I'm not going to catch anything. Okay, just like that. Hello, Jamie. How are you, my dear? How are you feeling? Okay, so that's gonna go there. This I'm going to just cut right in half. Or actually, I'm gonna line it up on there and then make sure I don't have a huge hangover. All right, that's good. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Okay. Just like that. So those I'm going to bring up to, oops, let's turn this one around so they kind of match, since the cut ends will be on the outside. Those are going to go up there, but I want to cut this off. Try not to cut my fingers off in the meantime. Okay, don't need those. Okay, so knowing that those are going to go right there, I'm just going to glue that. Okay, I'm going to grab this one. Kind of eyeball it and know that I started at the top of this black little strip line here. So I'm just going to kind of follow that. So in all honesty, another reason why I love this paper is because it's extremely easy to line things up on. Anything that has a line pattern, I think, is a wonderful little thing. Okay. So, let's see. Now we need our white piece of paper. I'm going to grab this in my bone folder. Take a drink. I'm doing okay, just ready for surgery to be now. I know, right? Now you're just like the anticipation, because didn't you say it was June 28th? Is it June 28th or July 28th? I know it was either the 28th or the 26th. I can't quite remember what you had told me. I do know it was the 20-something though. I've got too many dates on my mind. Sorry, I can't keep track of it all. All right, those are going to go down there. But see the white part of that? Isn't that cute? Ay, ay, ay. All right, let's put these on. Just like that. And then just like, go right over that black line. Beautiful. All right. Just like that. And then now in this set, there's also these little dies that make buttons. You can make 6 at a time. So this is where you guys come in. I asked my husband today, I go, hey, which color do you like better on this card? So I made 6. Well, I get them. They're going to be used for another card too. So whatever ones I don't use on here, I'll use. But I just want to show you. I know it's very kind of bright on here. But, okay. So I have either white that matches our card base. Or I have the Night of Navy. Whoops. I have the Night of Navy that match the suspenders. What do you think looks better on... Oops, that one's upside down too. On this card? Either white or the navy. Night of Navy. You guys tell me. Oh, it's the 22nd. Okay, see, I was close. I knew it was 20-something. But for some reason, I thought it was like in June. But then I remember, no, because you had like almost a 2-month wait. Okay, Navy, we're doing Navy. Thank you, Frida. Yeah, I think the white almost get kind of lost. But then I wasn't sure. Because I thought, well, maybe it goes with that white. But we are doing navy. So I'm just going to take my ruler. I forgot my clear ruler in the bathroom because when I cut Caden's hair the other day, I measured it and the ruler is still sitting in there. So I don't really need a ruler on this paper, but because I'm following that line down, yeah, I guess I don't need a ruler. but I have 6 buttons, so we need to kind of make sure I have, or you know what? You could actually do just 3, but what the heck am I going to do with these other buttons? So we're just going to put all 6 on there. All right. If I don't lose them first. Oh, it helps if I grab it out of there. I have a little dish that holds my iPad over here that I kind of just put all my little pieces in because it's a little tray. So things don't get like blown off my desk if they're in that tray. Okay. So, kind of like that. Now I need my take a pick tool. And I'm just going to pick that one up. Now another thing, I'm going to show you guys what to do on these buttons that kind of make these buttons really pop. It is called Glossy Accents, and it is in the catalog, and it actually makes a button look like a real button. It's kind of crazy. If you guys have never played with Glossy Accents, it's kind of like one of those things, kind of like our Wink of Stella, that I always say it just kind of adds a little bit of pop to our cards. Well, the Glossy Accents does the same thing. So how hot did you guys get up in Oregon today? Because I know, Frida, you were out doing some gardening, I read on your thing, and you said like at 10 o'clock in the morning it was already like almost 70 something degrees. Okay, just like that. So we have all 6 buttons on there. All right, Glossy Accents. Let me show you this. Let me get this card, or let me get this front piece attached on here really quick. And then I'll show you this Glossy Accents, because it's really kind of cool. So my mom is babysitting again today. She's watching Caden. Ooh, it got up to 85. Wow. Dang. Now watch this. Okay, so see what your buttons look like this? They're just plain paper, right? Okay, this glossy, or it's not called glossy. I rewind that. Back that up out of my mouth. It's called Shimmery Crystal Effects. I used to buy a brand that was called Shimmer something, but this is like a clear, it is a crystal effect. It does, see how I just put that on there? It kind of has a milky look to it at first. This works great if you're making like animal characters and you're putting an eyeball on them. Like say you put a little, like with our turtle, where's it at? With our turtle, where's he at? Our turtle punch, see, you have an eyeball. This is the white part, and then this is the little black dot. Can you see that? This is perfect to run over these once you get him adhered and put on his eye. Then if you just put the crystal effects on there, it makes his eye look real, like it's real and it's shiny. And buttons typically are not made of paper. They have a little bit of a shine to them. So there, now can you see how much that really like did to that by adding kind of a clear coat, I guess you would say, over those buttons. Okay, so I'm going to give that time to dry while we get into our, do not drop papers in your crystal effects. So I'm going to give that time to dry, and then we'll come back because I should have actually done my sentiment inside of there first, but I didn't. So we're going to give that time to dry, and then I will add 85 in Beaverton too. Jeez. Well, I guess I can't really complain about our, we're like in the, I think we're in the 90s today. All right, I'm just gonna cut a piece for the inside of our card. I don't think that, ooh, that might actually work. I'm gonna cut a 1/2 inch here. So when we come back and we do the inside of that card, I'll put that in the inside of there. Okay, our next card is so cool. Wait till you guys see this. And I hope that you guys like figure it out where I'm going with this card. And then I'll kind of tell you the history of why this card stood out so much to me. Okay, so our first piece that we're gonna need is our card base. Now this is very vanilla, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Yeah, when we go to San Diego in a couple of weeks, I'm not looking to go over there and like go to SeaWorld and do all these things. That's not, or the zoo and all that. We're just kind of wanting to go and get Kaden out of the house for a week and go to the beach, let her walk around and just get away from the house for a while, because we haven't really gotten to do much anything. Like normally during like the winter months here when it's cool, we can take Kaden to the zoo here, but since everything was locked, she can't wear a mask either. So I've had a couple people go, well, she needs to put a mask on. I'm like, well, she can't. So, and I'm not trying to battle with people. I know they have their rules and it is the way it is, but I'm not confrontational. So I would rather just say, okay, I don't need to come to your zoo then if you're going to hassle me. I mean, it wasn't the zoo that said anything, but you see what I'm saying. All right, this piece is 11 by, and we're probably gonna have to cut a little bit of this off. I think I did it at 4 1/4. Yep, 4 1/4. So that's 2 lines below the 4 1/4. So 4 1/8, I mean. Yes, this is 4 1/8 by 11. Okay, now first part is first. We're going to put this, and like I said, we're gonna need to cut a little bit of this off. So I'm just gonna cut 1/8 of the bottom off of this. See how nicely that cuts even through 2 pieces of folded cardstock? This trimmer is really kind of nice. Okay, this piece is going to go inside of here. You are going to have just a little bit of a trim around here, and that's for good reason. Yeah. Make sure I'm doing this in order, because I did it backwards earlier when I did it. I forgot to do my cutting first, and I screwed my card up, and then it didn't match up. So I want to make sure I show you guys correctly this time. Okay, I'm taking it all the way up to the top of the card, as close as I can. It's okay if there's like a little bit of a lip, but for the most part you want it up to this edge, and you're going to have like 1/8 of an inch around the whole side. So when it folds, you have kind of a thick pocket in the inside of there. All right. Now you're going to grab your kind of V part for the V neck of your shirt. And I'm just going to kind of look at my trimmer. And I know that 2 1/8 is the center of this. So when I look right here, I'm going to take a pencil, because then I can erase that. But I'm just going to do it extremely light. Just light, and then I'm going to push this up, and I'm going to measure it down here. Now you don't have to go this crazy, but since I'm showing you guys, I want to make sure it's right. Okay, so then I have both of my center parts there. So when I lay this down to cut this, and you want to make sure these are past let me bring the trimmer in here, or the trimmer, the cut and emboss. Okay, so you're gonna just lay your whole card in there. Even though this is glued in there, that's just fine. Okay, make sure all my blades are out. I'm going to grab my piece of tear and tape, put it on my hand so I don't... Okay, I'm gonna line this up where I can tell that my middle pencil mark is right in the center, and then my pencil mark is in the center down here. And then I'm just going to lay that there. Oops. Without trying to move it. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to cut this. Actually, I need to turn it this way where my handle is facing this way. Okay. So now we have the V. Okay, if you can find something to do with these pieces, then hang on to it, because you know how I am. I don't like to waste anything. All right, then we know that when that folds like that, okay, we can see the inside of our card. All right, now let's do some cutting of some pieces. I had my right here. So you need to grab another piece of Very Vanilla just so you can cut the lapel out. So I'm going to just cut a piece off of this because I don't need that whole big piece going through my cutting machine. So now I'm going to grab the lapel piece, move my card out of the way for the moment. Okay, now run that through. Oops, helps if I have everything lined up. I run that through. Yes, we are staying at a, my parents have timeshare, so we will stay in a kind of a resort is what their timeshare stuff is. Like when we come up to Phoenix, we also stay in the resort that's up there. I'm going to set this with our card so I can get the rest of our stuff cut out. All right, so that was that. Then we need we're going to need a piece of white. Okay, I've already cut some pieces out of here, as you can see. We're going to take this little piece here, so the collar. We're going to cut that out. And then we need this piece here for the shirt stripe. And then we're going to do some buttons. And I already have the white buttons sitting over there, so I'm not going to cut any more buttons out because God only knows I don't need those things sitting around everywhere. Okay, then we're going to take our plate, push it on there, and get this to go through. All right. Put my dies back so I don't lose the darn things. Then we are taking that piece out. And then the collar piece. All right. Then we need a piece of black and we're gonna need the bow tie. So I'm gonna use this big bow tie right here and the little centerpiece of the bow tie, which I'll show you what I mean with that little centerpiece. And then we're gonna cut that out. Okay, let me grab those two pieces. All right, now let me get this out of the way. All right, so now I think we can start working on this card. All right, first we're going to put our lapel on our card. Oh, shoot. Ugh, I need one more piece cut out, and I forgot. Hold on. I'm not going to bring the machine back down, but I also needed that piece of the pocket. I'm going to cut that out really quick. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, there's that little piece that I needed. All right, we're gonna grab this, flip it over, and grab my dimensionals, or whatever the heck I just... Oh. See, I think I'm putting things away so I can find them. Like, I had them standing up against my mini boss so I could see them, and of course I missed them. All right, now I'm going to take some glue and put this on kind of the bottom here and this little dot right there. Okay, now I'm not taking the backs off of these yet, so let me show you why. Because I want to make sure I get this lined up first before those things start sticking, and then I lose my whole thing here. So I just kind of come in and peel those off, because you're not really bending it like crazy. And then I just kind of let that just lay itself down, but I'm holding down here while I'm doing that. So again, I'm gonna take that off and take that off. And then just let it lay itself down. Look how cool that is. Isn't that so neat? Oh, I love it. All right, now for this is going to go inside of here, but we're going to pop that up with dimensionals again. Okay, can you guys guess what kind of got this card? I mean, we're not to the point where you guys should be able to get it yet, but I was kind of surprised. My husband noticed right off bat. He goes, "Oh, that is," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're so good." But it was actually designed for his Father's Day card because he is a major fan. Okay, so that's gonna go there. Then we need this little piece to go right here. And again, I'm only doing this, so I know you guys might be going, well, why isn't she just opening the card and just doing it? Well, because I tried that. And I'll show you my boo-boo just so you see why I'm doing it like this. Because it does seem like it's a bit fiddly the way that I'm doing it, but if you guys know of a better way, maybe you can let me know. But Not Don Johnson, but that is so funny. I didn't even think of Don Johnson. That would be so fitting. But no, it wasn't Don Johnson. I'm going to have to tell my husband you said that. He'll be like, oh my gosh, that kind of makes sense. Okay, keep guessing. You guys are going to get it. I promise. When I add the last piece to it, then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I totally know what that was. All right, so again, I'm going to just put glue where I'm going to keep this bottom part off so I don't glue that down. But then I'm going to stick this in here and kind of hold on to it and then push this up inside of here where it lines up. Maybe you can't guess right now. I think the last part, Colonel Sanders, that's another good one. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe it was harder than what I thought it was. But it wasn't Colonel Sanders either. Frida, you're amazing. Oh my gosh. Think of, well, if I say his name, it's going to give it away. Okay, so the character was played by lots of leading men. Maybe that'll help you. It's a action-packed show. I'm going to leave that clue there because if I say any more, it'll be a dead giveaway. I mean, it doesn't matter, but okay, then I'm going to put the little pocket piece right there before I cut that inside off. That's gonna go there. And then let me cut this piece off right here. Let me open that up. Okay. Now I'm gonna come in with my 6 buttons again. But this time I'm doing white because I'm gonna do white on white. Place these. Nope, not a doctor card. Oh, but you know what? If you go on Pinterest, people are amazing. I mean, creativity is ridiculous. They've made ones that look like scrubs where they've done the balmy blue, and then they actually take a piece of, like right here where it have this circle cut like this, and they cut a circle piece and it looks like what is that, stethoscope, I think is what that thing's called, where they've wrapped it around and put it into the little pocket. Very cute. Okay, we're not going to do 6 buttons because I think that's overkill. I'm going to stick with, oh, I do have 6 buttons. Where the heck did my 7th button come from? I don't know, but anyways, let me get these buttons added on here. Okay. All right, so there is that, but we're going to add this little thing right here. I need another dimensional. I'm gonna put the dimensional right in there. Try to kind of push it down in there where it's hidden. Now that is going to go right here in the center where I still see my button. And then this little piece right here just goes right there, like the center of the bow. Okay, like that. Now, here comes the part that is going to be hopefully a dead giveaway to you guys. Okay, this I think is retired now, but if you can use any flower, either punch or die cut that you have, but I'm gonna use, this is Cherry Cobbler, is the color that I'm using. Okay, and I'm gonna pop out 2 of those flowers. Okay, and then I'm just gonna kind of push the center of my flower to kind of give it a little bit of a dimension. Then I'm gonna do the same thing to this. And then grab a Nanu, or yes, that's right, that, but no, not that one either. What was that? What was the name of that? Fantasy Island? Was that the name of that show? When he's like, he would sit there and say, the plane. Oh, you're getting so close. Oh my gosh. I know if I give you the last clue though, you're going to get it like right away. And I want you to see this flower and hope that that will give it to you. Okay, let me grab, I'm going to grab my, oh, did you get your card in the mail, Frida? Did you get your stuff yet? I sent you the card that you won, and then I also sent you a little thank you card for you placing your order. And it had your package of holiday rhinestones in it. Okay, so I'm going to use this big one right here. Okay, it's time for some new goo. Okay, I'm going to twist this just until that starts coming up, and then I'm going to go backwards so it stops pushing, because I just want it to bring the stuff out but not keep shoving it out. All right, oops. All right, so now one more of these. Pee Wee Herman. No, not Pee Wee Herman either. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to give you a second once I add this, and then maybe hope that you can get it. Well, it helps if I put that flower more in the middle, right? Or that rhinestone. Okay, does that help you with the flower? Dun 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 dun. Think Pussy Galore. Think Sean Connery. Who's the other guy that played it? Pierce Bronson, is that the other one? It's Bond. I had to make it because I saw somebody do this and I don't remember who did it, but my husband is a die-hard, and has been since he was a little boy, Bond fan. And just recently when Sean Connery just passed away like this last year, hold on, I gotta get this cord out of the way. I think it was either this year or last year when Sean Connery, like, he literally cried. It was, he's just been a fan. So anyways, I thought, you know, that is so cool. I just thought, how neat of a man's card. And then of course it went with my husband's theme, so that was even better. All right, but what I'm gonna do in the inside of here is, this one says, have a happy Father's Day, handsome. Well, of course, it being Bond, he's handsome, right? And it doesn't matter what Bond it is, he's a handsome guy. I'm gonna come in and let's hope that I can do this without making a hot mess out of this card, because since I've already attached it in there, that would be horrible. But everything is fixable. All right, I'm taking my Cherry Cobbler, and again, you guys know how I am when it comes to red ink, so let's just keep our fingers crossed. All right, Did you guys see how I held my breath when I did that? Something about holding my breath seems to make everything go better. Okay, it's a little crooked, but it's doable. I can handle it. All right, so see how this card folds? I'm not going to fold it completely because that's still wet. I can still see the shimmer on there. But that goes like that, and then that folds like that. Such a neat kind of, you know, something different besides just an open and shut. It, you know, now you add a third flap to it. So, what do you guys think of that? Isn't that so cute? Or I guess it's not cute. Isn't it so handsome? I know. Then, because see, that's the whole reason why I had these things cut, because he says, he goes, well, you know that Bond has a, I don't even know what it's called, that thing that he holds his gun. He goes, can you make like a holster holder or something like that? Well, then I cut out these two little black pieces. Did you say Bond? I totally missed you. I didn't see that you said Bond. Okay. Well, you got it. Good girl. Okay. See, I don't know. I don't know. When I asked him, I was like, so is that kind of what you're talking about? He goes, no, never mind. So I was like, all right, never mind. Forget it. So maybe you guys can come up with something better to go there. I didn't even see. Hold on. I got to scroll back. Because I don't know how I missed that you said that. Oh, come on, thing. Well, Miss Frida, I'm sorry that I saw that I didn't see that. But you were right on, girlfriend. Yep, I totally missed it. Sorry. Well, you knew. So there we go. That's because we already cut this piece out. So I just had to erase that little pencil mark right there. So there's our Bond card. Okay, so let me show you the boo-boo that I made on this one. All right, so I did the inside piece first. But now look, when I tried to, and I cut a little bit more off thinking that I was going to like that. But when I did this, look how off-centered that is. Like this part is centered, but for some reason, this is just like too far over that way. So then I knew, okay, now I can just cut a new one of these and just redo it because I don't want to scrap the whole, you know, card thing. But now I know that I needed to do my centerpiece. So now you guys can see, unless you can line it all up before you actually attach this, and look, and there's a smooge on there, that's where I screwed up. So that's how I knew when I made this second one, I needed to put the inside in first to make sure everything was lined up. Okay. But that's our finished card with our little thing there. All right, let's get to the next one. All right, the next one is kind of a really cool little fold too. All right, so we're just taking basic gray, and this is 11 by 4 1/4. We're gonna score it 5 1/2. Of course, leave it to Frida to already have gotten it, and I missed it. Out of all of them, how could I miss that one? I'm like, beside myself. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do there. Now we're going to fold this, line these up. And grab our bone folder. Okay, so that's our card. Again, I want to mark this at our, but first, hold on. We need to cut this down. So this piece is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's going to be the same exact size as the panel of your card. Now, normally when we open a card, we go this way, right? Okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to flip this around where our fold is now on the bottom. this piece is now going to get attached to here. So we're going to do that first, but let me show you something really quick. I only want to attach down here, down here, and down here. So I want to leave one end, depending on how your direction is going. You want to leave your top part with no glue. So I'm just going to run this kind of, maybe if I don't get the google off the end of that. So I'm going to just run it down this side and around here and down here, and then kind of just across, but not a bunch because we're going to be cutting there. But we want our paper to stay. Okay, just like that, so it lines up perfect on there. All right, then we're gonna grab our V and we're gonna line this up. And you know, the really cool thing about this paper is I can see exactly where this lines up on these two lines, and knowing that I still have three there, and this width here is the same width it is over there. So, how perfect is that? So if I line those up, and then if I line this bottom up right in between these two lines, then I know that it's perfect. All right, so let's bring this back over here. Oh. Okay, don't lose the dimensionals. I put it up against the other. Okay, now open your card up because you don't want to cut the whole thing. You just want to cut the, where am I at? You just want to cut the V. All right, this is not even. I got to see what I'm doing here. Okay, now where did I put my piece of? Okay, well, we'll just grab a new piece. I don't know where I put the other one. It's probably sitting right in front of my face, isn't it? You guys are probably screaming at me, it's right there. Okay. I'm just going to stick that to my hand so I don't wind up tearing my paper. Okay, and let's line this up again. Just like that. Now grab the plate. All right, let's take this off. You know what I'm thinking? If you have enough of these little triangle pieces, you could probably do a pretty neat design on a card in a bunch of different colors of those. Just saying. I don't know how many of them you're going to be cutting, but if you're cutting quite a few, you can do some different designs there. Okay, now I need to cut the lapel. So let's take this out of there. You're right. The magnets do shift. Yep. That's why I think actually Stampin' Up might have, well, I know there's a couple reasons why Stampin' Up stopped making the, their magnetic sheet that they had. This is, I've talked about it once before in another video. This is actually from a company called, scrapbooking.com, which I think it's right here somewhere in, I think it's in Wilcox, Arizona. I'm not affiliated in any way, shape, or form with them as well. But this thing is self-healing. I think it was like only $10. And I've never let me say the word, never have I ever had anything not cut completely through on this mat. And, you know, you need to periodically flip it around, which I haven't obviously done in quite a while. But when it cuts, it heals back on itself. As you can see, I've cut on this quite a few times, but it is smooth. It doesn't get destroyed. This side I've used a lot. Now, what I need to do is I need to take like a toothbrush or a scrubber. This is all paper that's just been, as it's healed, the paper has gotten stuck in the creases of where it's cut things. So that's all this is just paper, which it comes off on other things and is kind of gross. But I need to wash that. But it's self-healing. And like I said, it's a really good price as well. My mom found it because my mom's really good at like bargain shopping and finding really cool items. And I've shared it before, telling you guys about it, telling you that it's a really neat product to have. And for like us who are here locally, it comes to you like within like a day or two. It comes really super fast. Their shipping is really good. And I'm assuming if some of you that are out of state, their shipping is still pretty on point. Okay, so I just cut the pocket out also. I'm going to toss this because now I don't really need that. Okay, so I needed the pocket and the lapel. And let me make sure I got everything cut out. Well, I do at this point because we're going to need to cut out one more thing, but not at the moment. So, that thing is heavy as can be. All right, let's get, oh, see? Was that my piece or is that the one that I just cut? Or just used? I don't know. Anyways. All right, look, we have buttons floating around here. Let's get rid of this. All right, try to get back on track here. Okay, so there's our card. We need our lapel. Let me get some dimensionals for this. And we needed in the white. I already cut another one out earlier because I knew this was going to be our third card, and I knew that I wasn't going to want to sit here and cut everything because I still have one other piece that needs to be cut. But nonetheless, here we go. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to do the same exact thing that we did over there. Like I said, I'm not taking the tabs off the dimensionals yet. So don't forget that if this is a set that, oops, was my head in the camera? If this is a set that you guys want, be sure to get this while it's in the JJ Mini catalog so you can get that 10% off. And get that paper, because the paper is retiring as of June 30th. I mean, don't buy it completely out of stock because I have 3 sitting in my shopping cart right now that I have to have, so. I mean, I don't have to have it, but it's a want, not a need. But with this set, it's just, I mean, it pairs so well with it that you kind of have to have it with this set. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like. Now, oh, hold on, we need our pocket. Need our pocket. Okay, I'm going to line the pocket up with the lines so it looks like it actually belongs there. But first, I have just a piece, oh, man. I had, for dinner, I had a hamburger, and I have those thin, those thin buns, because I don't like all that bread on a bun, so I just buy those little hamburger thins. Well, they have all these, like, wheat germ things on the, and it gets stuck on my, in my teeth, so then I can feel it, not the TMI, but, okay, so I'm going to cut one there, and then I'm just going to cut one like that. Okay, so watch what I'm going to do here after I grab the pocket. I'm just going to put one, and it's okay that it's hanging off the edge because I can cut any of that off. So I'm just going to put like just a little dab of glue right on here. And I'm going to stick that one like that. Now what's the name of this? What is this called? That thing that sticks out of the pocket. I mean, not a handkerchief, but what else do they call that? They call it something. My husband said it earlier. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so smart. Then I'm just going to take this other piece and just set it right here. I actually felt kind of good knowing that that was kind of a lapel type thing. I was like, I feel fancy. I mean, it did take me hearing it said a couple times, but okay. So there's like our handkerchiefy thing, whatever it's called. It's gonna sit out of there. And you could probably make it look a little bit better than I just did, but nonetheless, you get the premise. All right, we're gonna take a couple dimensions and put on there. You know what I was thinking? You could probably actually take one of those little tissues, you know, like the little, and put like a point in it and have it actually coming out of the tissue. That would be kind of cute. I know we don't tell guys that we made their cards cute, but it would be cute. Okay, so there's that. And then we have to do the inside of this card. All right, so this piece here, I think I did it at 3.5. Oh, look what I just found. Stuck to my pants. There's my piece of washi tape that I was looking for earlier. I'm wearing a pair of white shorts. It was stuck right to my white shorts. Yep, that's 3.5 by 11. We're gonna score at 5.5. And again, this is one of those pieces that we're gonna have to cut a little bit shorter, but for the time being, we're gonna just leave it alone and leave it at the length that it is. Okay, so then we're gonna take our little shirt collar. Let's get this put together. I'm gonna take just a bead of glue. Now you can use tear and tape here. I don't think it's necessary, but you do you. Some people think that I do know that the tear and tape is an extremely adhesive tape that would definitely hold this card, but it's not like you're gonna be ripping this thing out of there that you need it to be super stuck. I mean, it's just like opening and shutting a card, so you don't need to go crazy and need it to stick super, super tight. Okay, so now our card is stuck together, besides the opening right here. Okay, you see that? How it opens? So our sides are stuck. Now with the fold at the top, I'm gonna slide this in here. And like I said, it is gonna be a little long, so we just need to measure it. Okay. Now see how it is a little long and we have that sticking up? I'm just going to cut 1/8 of the bottom off of this again. Okay, just like that. Pocket square, that's what, oh, pocket square is what this thing's called. Okay, that's right. What's that other word? Pochette? I don't know how to say that word. It's too fancy for me. We don't get dressed in tuxes and dresses and... Okay, now that fits perfectly inside of there. See that? Okay, I'm gonna make sure that it is lined up on the lines here so I can make sure that we're going to get this straight. Could be a thing. Okay, like that. Well, that's still not completely lined up. Oh my goodness. There we go. Now that's lined up. All right, now we can do what I was saying. I'm going to put some dimensionals on this. Okay. Now I'm going to take this thing, pull these dimensionals off. I'm going to leave the dimensional on the one so I don't, if I have to move this one to get that one right, I can do so. Nope, that's going to actually work perfect. Okay, there we go. There's the little collar. Now I need a piece of basic gray, and we're going to take this big stamp here. That is the polka dotted or little diamond-y look tie. So if you guys don't have a demonstrator and you're new to watching me, my name is Danny Garola. I am here in Tucson, Arizona. I would love to be your demonstrator. We had a new catalog come out beginning of this month. So if you would like a new catalog, please let me know. You can either message me here on Facebook or you can email me. My email is right here on this page. And let me know that you need a catalog and I can get one sent to you. Also, please, if you want to order with me, I have some extra goodies. Normally, when you spend over $75, since it's the beginning of the month, I will be doing a new incentive gift that if you spend over $75, and that's $75 in product, so in other words, before shipping and handling, I will send you a pretty neat, it's normally a package of dimensionals, and I send you a personalized thank you card that I've made. And yeah, so I would love your business. Please follow any of my links that are attached to this, so you can go right to my store attached to this Facebook Live. All right, I'm gonna move this. And please feel free to go over to our group page, which is Pink Barn Stampers. And I have some files and everything in there. We have a lot of our followers and customers in there. So that's where I like to post kind of, you know, the things that are happening and anything that's going on in my life. Like I posted a picture of my daughter getting her hair cut the other day. So I just do more personal on that page versus this business page here. But either way, you can message me there or anywhere here on Facebook land. Okay, so I just line that tie up and cut that tie out. Isn't that cool how that lines up in there? So let me show you what I did. I had my son give me his honest review. So I did the white one and I was like, hey son, what do you think? And he said, nope. He goes, I don't like the white on white. I go, well, it's not really white on white. It has a print to it. And he goes, nope, I don't like it. I said, okay then. You're so critical. But anyways, and then I did it on the basic gray since that's the card base. And I put this one on there and he goes, oh yeah, that looks sharp. He goes, I would totally wear that. And then there's this word that they use, dapper. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's dapper. That looks pretty styling. So we went with that, but there's many different, I was also looking at this one, right? Where is it? There is one of the, where in the heck is it? Oh, like, oh no, not that one. Oh my goodness. Come on, figure it out here, lady. We don't have all day. Well, there was a polka dotty, oh my goodness. And of course that I needed, I can't find it. I was even thinking, that's the one that I was looking for. That would actually be kind of sharp in there, something like red, or even just doing a red using either real red or Poppy Parade, or what's that color called? Poppy Parade, and then stamping it with the gray on the red and just having that kind of just pop out. But for me, I just went with this. Boring old me. Kind of like the gray on gray. Now again, I just kind of took this down and then up underneath here. Now there is a piece that goes to this tie that you could actually put on the top of it. It looks like a Superman symbol is what I kind of think of it. But this is the top part of the tie right here where you could stamp this tie again. You can stamp this tie again and just cut out that top part and then bump it up on here where it would look like it was the bow tie part on top of the shirt, if that makes any sense to you. But I'm sure you guys know what I'm saying. Then I was going to take these words here, and I stamped these earlier because I knew I was going to have to stand up because they're so small and on this one little piece. So I already cut this out. This is the saying that's from this set, and it says, "You're the best." And then I was just going to cut out all three pieces without losing them, because that's kind of how I roll, as I lose things. Okay, I was going to put "your" right there, and then do "the." And then "best" right there on that piece. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. So let me glue that down. You're the best. I like that. Make sure it's straight and not crooked like it looks like it is. Ugh. That's what I love about using this liquid glue. It gives you some play time in there to move things around so they all look like they're actually meant to be there. Okay, there we go. All right, "you're the best." And then this piece right here slides out like that. So this will be your card. Now I'm going to take that piece here, and we can either do "to" or "a happy birthday to you, but you're the best." No, I wanted the Father's Day one. Oh, I think I just used that. to one of the world's best dads, or greatest dads. You're the best to one. No. Okay, so I don't want that one. Have a happy Father's Day, handsome. You're the best. Maybe. Okay, hold on. What did you say, Melanie? How about a challenge in the Pink Barn Stampers? You know, I was thinking that. That's why I've asked people to like put their projects in our group to see how many people would participate in sharing. And I know Frida shares all the time. Patty's actually one of our people who shares. My mom's shared some cards in there. So now that I know that there's a couple people who are willing to share their projects in there, I was actually thinking about doing some challenges in there just to get people kind of more into posting their stuff. I know Frida has been busy with her Christmas cards. She actually just finished them from what I remember reading. You're the best. A happy birthday to you. No, come on. Why can't I not find one that I like in here? Okay. You're the best to one of the world's greatest dads. That works. Yep, I'm doing that. I'm committing. Okay, so I'm going to take this and put this in here, but I gotta stand up. And I'm gonna kind of move it over. Actually, I'm gonna put it right down here because I can. Just like that. And then, does that look crooked? Ugh, that does look crooked. I will have to fix that because that will drive me bananas. Okay, well, let me show you what I'm going to do because that is a no bueno. I don't like crooked. No crooked here. Okay, watch what I'm going to do. You just watch. Okay, I'm going to cut this at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, I'm going to cut one at 1 inch because what do I tell you guys? Everything is fixable. Okay, so I'm going to go to 1 inch and now we're going to fix that because it's crooked and I don't do crooked. Okay, we're going to lay that on there just like that. Gee, what mistake? What mistake are you talking about? I didn't make a mistake. No way. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, that's gonna go right there. Now watch. We're gonna fix this. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? Okay. Let's try this again. Now I definitely can't mess up. Okay. Let me make sure that's straight on there. So it's not just me being a crooked head. And it doesn't help that I have grid paper underneath it and my thing is lopsided and crooked on it. That doesn't help at all. All right, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, hold your breath. Now see, it's got to be crooked on this thing because... All right, well, I just fix it. Or I just take the one out of here and I do that because that's not working. Yeah, I'll just take this one. Okay, I got to figure out, though, why this is not stamping straight. See, it's still crooked. So that means it's got to be crooked on this rubber. So I might have to cut this down. Or I put my sticker on there crooked. That's what it is. So now I know that when I turn this, I have to hold it like this a little bit. Now watch. Nope, wrong way. Oh, see, now that worked. So I have to make sure I hold it this way. I'm going to have to watch that. Okay. Fingers crossed. And don't turn it too hard because then it will really be a hot mess. Oh, much better. Woo, that worked. Oh, see, holding your breath helps. Okay, so now we're going to come back in here and take 3/4 of an inch of this. And we're going to put this at the bottom. Well, now I know I have to cut some of that stamp off because I don't want to have to remember that and ruin my cards every single time I go to make a card with that. Because that's not fun. Okay. Okay, so that's going to go like that, and that goes inside of there. Just like that. So there's our card. What do you guys think? Isn't that cute? And then this one is just a hot mess. So we're going to throw that over there because that's going to drive me bananas. Okay, so there's that one that we made. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the one that we made. This is the one from earlier that I did that I have to... Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I have to do this piece. I even had this piece, this punch sitting here so I wouldn't forget. All right, this is the tailored tags. So I'm just going to come to the back of this without destroying my card and watch my margins on each side. Thank God that that paper has lines. And I'm just going to, almost said stamp. I'm just going to punch out just a little diamond piece out of the back, which looks fine because it looks like the back of the neck of the shirt. And then when this is inserted in here, you actually have a way of grabbing it now. So see, you can just pull on that and grab it out instead of having to try to pull on your card and try to get it out of there. So what do you guys think? That's that one. Oh, we didn't put a stamp set, or we didn't add an image to the inside of there. Well, it ain't gonna be that one, I'll tell you that much, because that thing I'm not messing with again. That'll drive me crazy. This one, I think we're gonna do the happy birthday on, because then you guys can pick, whoever wins can pick if they want a happy birthday. Oh yeah, and I cut a piece for this. Where is it? Let's make sure that's going the right way. I'm gonna come in with Night of Navy on this because we use the Night of Navy on the, what is that thing called? Your suspenders. That's what those things are called. Okay, there we go. I can take my Night of Navy, because do you see right there that it didn't stamp all the way down? That's where markers come in kind of handy. So then I just fill that in. Again, no boo-boo. Just like that. See, you never know that we had any white marks in there. Okay, here's this piece. That's gonna go in there. Glue. Okay, there we go. There's that one. So that's a birthday card. And then we have the Father's Day card. And then we have the dun 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 dun, the James Bond card. And then our envelopes would have the coordinating paper. So this one, I don't know what I'm gonna do on the envelope of that one, unless I just take a white either take, no, you know what I would do? I would actually take a Very Vanilla, and now I know this is open, because, okay, there we go. Take a Very Vanilla and put a piece of white cardstock, like, even though that's all inked up, I will put a piece of white across the back to make the two contrasts like that. Then this one, I will put a piece of this paper. I will put a piece of this designer series paper on a white envelope, and over here I would do this shirt piece on a white envelope. So there you go, guys. Those are your Father's Day / birthday manly cards. Again, don't forget to grab this set so you can get it at the 10% discount of the bundle. Also, that paper. You're gonna need this manly paper because there's nothing else like it in the new catalog for manly cards. But leave 3 of them there for me. No, you get what you want. Oh, I can figure it out, but there's plenty. We can all share. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of what is left of your weekend. Also, like I said, today's the last day to join the team. We had one person recruit, Miss Patty, who watches us on here. She is now a demonstrator as well. She doesn't plan on using it as a business, but you know what? That can always change. She just really wanted to take advantage of that excellent deal where she gets $155 worth of product for $99. So she got in on that great deal. So I'm excited for her. She should be getting her product any day now. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your 3-day weekend, and I will see you guys next Monday. All right, you guys have a good one. Bye-bye.